Hey, welcome to episode 3 of the SaberShow podcast. I am Josh, and I was once while building a custom lightsaber at Disneyland, my guy told me nothing good about my saber type. And with me, I have Geo, and he
Hi,
is.
I'm Gio. As you can see, I'm joined by Ahsoka today and Josh. And today is episode 3 of the Saber Show podcast, quarantine podcast. So we're not together anymore. And we're just in obviously a webcam call. So feels bad, man. But today, our topic is about DXSabers and the recent news that has come up um, involving them and how they may or may not be a scam. But so far, it's looking like they're a scam. So, do you want to intro it?
Yeah, of course. So obviously, DXSabers is a new sort of saber website on the market right now, and they're very their hilts, honestly, they look very nice. You might have seen them once or twice on like TikTok ads. They're marketing. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty amazing. You kind of know
Yeah.
who DX Sabers is, no matter what, as long as you're looking at lightsabers and whatnot. So basically, this what's happening to saber sourcing is she made a video, and it was basically it was talking about DX Sabers, and it was not very good comments about them. And normally you'd be like, oh, okay, whatever. They're not a good company. We'll move on from that. But the problem with that was DXSabers decided to clap back a little bit.
Yeah. So, they are trying to sue Saber Sourcing, which is very scummy. I actually have an email pulled up right here, which I could show you. So, it is blurry, but it's readable. I'll read the whole article, email, sorry. So, take the article down or hear from our attorney. I have your IP address and I will have your mailing address so that I can serve you a sub something to appear
Subpoena.
in. Oh, yeah. Subpoena. Appear in court, Philadelphia, and stand in front of a judge to prove that what you have done is not slander nor and not defamation. My ex-wife tried to defame me when we divorced after she banged my best friend. So I have dealt with evil before, and let me tell you, my lawyer gets excited when injustice like this happens because it means we are more guaranteed a new a new payday and vacation. You have no idea how much in violation of the law you are, and we expect this article taken down immediately, or you will be hearing from our attorney. And it has their DX Sabers logo right there at the end. So, I mean, that email, wow, that is not a professional email.
Not in the
Uh,
slightest.
yeah,
And you watched the saber sourcing video, right?
yeah.
Could you tell us a little more about what it was?
So pretty much, Saber Sourcing talks about how, or like, obviously the new company DX Sabers, and how they take pretty much they reuse images from other companies. Sometimes they scam people, selling them the wrong product or not, shipping anything at all. And you can actually see that on their website if you are familiar with other lightsaber companies. You can see a lot of images are reused on their website. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much what I got from it. What do you have?
It's been pretty clear they reuse images a lot. Like they're very blatant about it. It's a lot from like Corbanth. You can find some off of other websites, 89 Sabers. It's they reuse the images. It's not even like they got the saber and then took pictures of it, according to what people have said. But I'm not gonna lie, my biggest gripe with it is if DX Sabers was honest with their policies, like what they promise, I genuinely think they would be the best lightsaber company ever,
Yeah,
because
see,
they offer free repairs for life on
yeah,
every lightsaber you get,
exactly.
and that's kind of insane, especially with how much if people are dueling with like a NeoPixel blade, it's the LEDs are gonna bust in that thing, and if you can get that repaired for free, I'm not gonna lie, they would have my
Mm-hmm.
business only exclusive. They offer Profi, they offer USB charging, smooth swing. They give you a 32-inch blade. You get a blade plug, blade stand. and it's just everything that and fast shipping is what they promise. Everything they promise, if they carried that out, I swear to God, they'd be the number one saber company.
Yes.
But you know what they say, it's too good to be true, and that's obvious. This
Yeah.
obviously seems to be the case here.
So like on their website, they promise a lot of features. So like color changing, smooth swing, all that. But like Josh said, might be too good to be true. My only like gripe with them is that they have a TikTok account, and on that TikTok account, they've been showing some sabers, and I don't know. That just gives me a sense of hope. But then again, reading reviews on like Reddit or Twitter and watching other content creators make posts about them, it's also pointing me in the direction that they're a scam. But like honestly, their website is really nice. You know, their whole collection or yeah, things to choose from is very nice. Blade plugs to bags to repairs to sabers itself. So there's a lot of mixed feelings about this website. I actually follow a content creator who recently bought the new Princess Leia lightsaber from them, and I'm just waiting to see if he'll actually get it or not. And if he doesn't, then we know it's a scam for sure. If he does, I want to see a review on that because I'm pretty sure he'll do a review on that, and we'll see if the features hold up to what they say or what they
Hmm.
claim on their website. But wow,
Yeah,
scummy.
because yeah, I agree. And just personally, I've been looking for, the episode 3 Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber for a little bit now. And they offered it for like $500, NeoPixel Profi, smooth swing, color changing, all of that. And it looks like a pretty hilt, but I'm pretty sure this image isn't even theirs if I reversed image searched it. But that's just, a claim I'm just saying out there. But yeah, it's just, uh, I'm disappointed that, a new player in the game who seems to have it all figured out is kind of just like, yeah, they're not honest enough to
Yeah.
truly bring what they have according to saber sourcing
Mhm.
and all these other people. I mean, they're banned. DXSabers alone is banned on the lightsaber subreddit.
Dude, are they really?
Uh-huh. You can't talk about DXSabers. You can't mention DXSabers. You can't link DXSabers.
Wow.
That's why they made their own subreddit called Lightsabers with a Z. Like it's lightsabers. Yeah, reddit.com/r lightsabers.
Hey yo, DXSabers, if you want us to take this down, send us some hilts. Just kidding. No, but yeah, I'm so scared. Like that email. Wow,
Mhm.
that email is scary. So unprofessional. I don't
Yeah.
know. And I was,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go, no, no, you first.
I was just gonna say, like, I was really close to buying a saber from them, cause their TikTok is what sold me. Cause on their TikTok they show actual videos of them making the hilts, some of them showing the features. I'm like, wow, that looks promising. I show Josh. He's like, do some more research on that. We can't be sure about it yet. So I'm glad I didn't buy it yet and I waited because I
Yeah,
saved a lot of money.
yeah, because they have a lot of the TikTok I saw at least was them showing off their dark ray, the little like butterfly lightsaber that she has in episode 9, and it looked really cool on the TikTok. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
but it's probably not even theirs.
the princess
Yeah.
one, the Hope of Leia is what it's called
Mhm.
on their website. Looks very very pretty. They have videos on it on their TikTok of them making it and showing all the different parts. Uh, same description, can change 11 plus colors with 3 clicks, free repairs for life, removable blade, 32-inch, Profi 2.2, 9 sound fonts included, free USB charging, etc. etc. Oh, this one comes with a carrying case. Wow, they are promising a lot for only, how much is this? $200, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at their legendary Kenobi V2 right now. If you wanted the NeoPixel, the full FX, the hilt, it's $500. You get a stand, a blade plug for
Wow.
$500, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, that thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have an Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, hit me up. But yeah, that's just.
Wait, is this a
Yeah.
Reddit photo?
Oh yeah, yeah. Go to /r lightsabers, but it's a Z instead of an S like the normal one.
Well, I'm on their website right now, and their images for the Ahsoka pre-order lightsabers are super scuffed. I'm pretty sure wait.
I
They found no. Okay, so I made you know how I made the website, for my own entertainment of Ahsoka
Yeah,
and Anakin sabers.
yeah.
This is the exact same image you could find on Google. I'm pretty sure they just slapped their logo on it. Okay, I cannot find it. Never mind. Let me check my Google sites. Do you have anything you want to talk more about?
No, I'll wait till we get off the topic of DXSabers before I talk about anything else. I feel like this is a really big issue, especially in the lightsaber community right now. This is kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, I'm on my Google sites. So pretty much, I got bored and I made a Google Sites thing about Ahsoka's lightsabers because I got bored, and those are my next two sabers that I want. From Ultra Sabers, I would buy the Katano saber from Saber Forge, but it's sold out, and yeah, you can't get it anymore. And plus, Ultra Sabers only is the only one pretty much selling both the Shoto and the main hand, which you could see. I'm showing you on screen right now.
Of course, you mean the Shoto and the main hand from Clone Wars, right? Because the
Yeah,
Rebels one is offered at Disney. Yeah.
Disney. Okay, I can't find the image, but I'm pretty sure you guys can find it out. Leave it in the comments if you find that image. But yeah, their shop is pretty scuffed. But I'm not gonna lie, their website looks, in my
It looks
opinion,
legit. Yeah.
it looks legit. It looks better in Ultra Sabers. I don't know. Ultra Sabers website is kind of scuffed, in my
Yeah, Ultra
opinion.
Saber's website just seems like it was made in 2005, and they
Mm-hmm.
never updated it after that. But yeah, anything else you want to add about DXSabers before we move on?
Besides them being a scam, so like, yes, there are a lot of lightsaber companies. We'll do another episode on that. That sell a certain type, which I actually have right here in the back. It's at AliExpress. A lot of companies sell hilts like these. They reuse it. So one company will sell, like AliExpress, for example, will sell this exact hilt, and then another company will also have the same hilt. So we'll go more in depth on that in another episode. But DXSabers is pretty much trying to do the same thing. They do have more listings for more products that I have never seen before, like a Kirito from Sword Art Online saber. I don't know if it's legit or not, but I am super scared. Right now they have a sale on their mystery box. Should I risk it?
Oh, and also, obviously, we should mention everything we've said about DXSabers so far has been through word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We have no experience with them, so please, if you have a different story about DXSabers, maybe you have like you're super happy with the hilt you got, they actually carried out through all their promises. Please, tell us, and
Let
we
us
would
know in
love,
the comments.
yeah, we would love to talk to you about it, especially with something as interesting as
Important,
this happening. Yeah, yeah,
important, and interesting, because we can't have this, obviously in the
hmm
saber community, a
yeah,
huge scam. They're promising a
yeah,
lot. And if like you're new to the saber community and you just get scammed, it's gonna scare a lot of people.
yeah.
So do your research. But yeah, let us know, because right now this is all we got, or like all we heard from either Reddit, Twitter, Saber sourcing, City of Sabers, all that. Uh, but yeah, if you bought from them and you actually got the hilt, let us know, because I feel like when people buy the hilts, it's probably like an AliExpress one, like the basic looking hilts,
Electronics, yeah.
and not really like the movie accurate ones or movie inspired. But if you did get a movie inspired, I'm interested. Let us know, because I want to know if they really came with a carrying case, if they really have, was it 9+ colors
11.
or 11 and then 9+ sound fonts. Let us know, because
hmm
if it's legit, then I might risk it.
Yeah, if like enough people tell me, hey, I actually ordered from DXSabers and they carried through with it or everything like that, I'll buy something from them, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll talk about it on this podcast. Speaking
Yeah.
of buying things on this podcast, let's talk about my Ultra Sabers order came in today, or not today, but like very recently. and I'm pretty happy with it. I got a.
Is that Yoda mask?
Oh, yeah, you never seen the Yoda mask?
No.
Oh, hey. Oh, I'll bring that up. Yeah, so I got the Dark Sentinel V4 Saber staff, as you can see at the bottom. I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, I got them in double Arctic blue. One came Guardian blue, if you can see that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, one's significantly darker than the other. But I'm not too mad about it. You know, I reached out to Ultra Sabers. We'll see what they say about it and everything. But something I want to talk about is this coupler I got.
The quick release.
I got the quick release coupler, yeah. So, ooh.
Wait. Before we go on that, so he tried to order 2 hilts with the same color, Arctic blue, but he got 2 different colors, and his friend also ordered a double saber, but also they messed up the color on that. So that's 2 people that I know they were messed up. So I don't know what's happening during this quarantine time during 2020.
Mm-hmm.
If that happened to you, let us know as well. I also ordered a double, so you know it's still in the processing, and I'll update you guys. But yeah, if that happened to you, let us know, and then we can post about it on Reddit, and you know, tell people to maybe wait or hold on a little bit to make sure, or like to find out why they keep messing it up. Either it's like, you know, something's wrong with the quarantine, or like just something about their like warehouse order or whatever. So yeah, let us know. But anyways, the quick release.
But yeah, I paid about an extra $35. So instead, as you know, with most saber staffs, they are usually 2 different hilts, and then they're put together with a coupler at the pommel. And how that works is you would normally screw the pommels in both, and then screw it together with retention screws to keep it. Yeah, so as you can see. But with this one, you can just pull this one towards the main hilt, pull it away, and you have 2 different sabers again.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about that. Kind of bummed about the color, but other than that, yeah, I'm just happy to have more Ultra Sabers. I'm happy with their products, but their customer service is very lacking. I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of feel like I'm shooting in the dark every time I email them. You know, I'm waiting 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if ever I get a response.
You have to either email them or message them on Facebook.
Yeah.
People are saying their Facebook message people are reply faster. Sometimes their emails are kind of fast. For me, they respond in like a couple of days, which is not bad. But in his case, sometimes they don't even respond at all, which I don't get. So just be wary of that. But their products are amazing.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm more than happy for them. As a dueling saber, I think they're my go-to, honestly. If I was just gonna get, you know, non-movie accurate dueling hilts, I love Ultra Sabers.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, so going back on the quick release coupler, I will do a more in-depth video of that when I get mine. But quick rundown, it's a coupler. Your saber has to be MHS compatible for them to screw the pommel in, and then yeah, it's in the name. You just hold something down, pull, now you got to put it together, double. Super cool. Love that product. It comes in 2 colors, black and silver. But yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to see a video about that in the future.
Yeah, definitely makes me feel like Cal Kestis.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, speaking of Cal Kestis, do you want to talk about the new update for Jedi Fallen Order?
So Jedi Fallen Order came up with this update, and
free update.
Free update. So they added this battle grid system, challenges, and New Journey Plus. And I'm not gonna lie, I love Fallen Order, but New Game Plus was something I kind of wanted from the start, because once you finish the game, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they added New Journey Plus, and I shouldn't be complaining because it's a free update, but I was kind of upset that I didn't get to keep my talent tree, like all my skills that I spent, because you start off from square one again.
Yeah.
And then you know, when you play New Game Plus, you just kind of want to jump back into the challenges. But I spent 4 5 hours getting back to the double saber part so that I can have all the stuff I wanted.
A serious 4 or 5 hours?
I mean, you know how long the game is.
True. Yeah, but like, okay, so what I did, right? I didn't finish the game before until recently because I kept getting lost. And that's what I didn't like about that game is you're trying to find, where your mission is, and all of a sudden you get lost. All of a sudden you're like 6 feet underground or whatever, and then you're trying to find your way back up. But yeah, I finished the game because I heard about the new update, and at first I thought you could just hop right into it. But then I heard you had to finish the game, so I finished the game. I was like, alright, cool. I could do all the challenges. I could just duel a bunch of, I don't know, Ninth Sisters or whatever, Darth Maul's clones, all that stuff, right? But no, you have to restart from square one. But it's cool because you get that Inquisitor skin or clothes, and you get a red lightsaber. So now you have a red lightsaber in Jedi Fallen Order. But yeah, I uninstalled it because I am just way too lazy to actually play again. But yeah, I heard it's super fun. You could just spawn in a bunch of Jaro Tapals everywhere, have them fight or you fight them. But yeah, super, super cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad they were able to acknowledge like every unit in the game. Like, you can fight straight up like 5 Ogdo if you want.
Oh no, I'm good, dude.
But also, yeah, with Fallen Order being out for long enough, people have been bound to break it already. So that's when like the infinite jump glitch, where if you spam jump and force pull, yeah, I cut the game like in half for my second run.
Yeah,
Just because like you can just
movement
jump
speed.
over.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can just jump over the entire game. So I kind of wish they would fix that, honestly.
Yeah.
So you have to play more honestly.
Uh,
But
yeah, and there are rumors that there will be a sequel. So let's hope for the best that this one is pretty much the same, because this game was very, very good. Battlefront 2 at first was a huge flunk, but then they saved it. And Jedi Fallen Order, right out of the opening day, or not opening day, but like release date, when they released the game, a lot of people liked it. It is nice, it goes with the story well. It doesn't create too much plot holes. You got new characters, and Cal Kestis isn't really that like OP as like say Star Killer.
he feels like an honest Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the animations in the game are really pretty, especially because like the way he swings his lightsaber, it's like between Obi-Wan and Rey.
Yeah.
Because like Rey's like chucking her lightsaber everywhere, but Obi-Wan's like real close to his body. He has that like middle ground because and it fits with his story if you want to play the game. Yeah, that like he has that like sluggish swing, but he also has like some sort of refined touch to it. So
yeah.
Hold up, we should. I'm just assuming this game's been out for a while, so spoiler warning though ahead. Just skip like 5 minutes or so if you don't want to hear about Jedi Fallen Order story. I love the Darth Vader scene.
Oh, dude, that was crazy. I hate the ending though, when he just
oh yeah, I hate
no,
the ending.
But Darth Vader, woo, dude, amazing animation, amazing. Do you know who voices it?
No, I'm not sure.
No,
but it's a good Vader
dude.
voice.
Yeah, it is.
It's not like Battlefront 2's Vader.
Yeah, but yeah, like Force Unleashed had Vader, Jedi Fallen Order has Vader. It's so cool. So like we barely got to fight him though, which is kind of whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll see more in the sequel.
No, yeah, but it was I really hope so too. But I'm not sure. I wonder where the sequel's gonna go, especially because
he destroyed the holocron.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah,
a new character. I don't
that
know.
would be cool. Yeah, but yeah, I hope like I love the display of Vader in Fallen Order because it just shows like this whole game, you're Cal Kestis and you're trying to regain your touch with the Force. You're trying to realign yourself. You're just trying to retune to what you used to be, right? Then you get like your double saber back, just like your master. You think that like Cal's hitting this like peak, and then Darth Vader comes out because right after you beat the second, she's second sister,
yeah, second sister.
Yeah, right after you beat her, you're like, shit, Cal's a badass. Then Vader comes out, and you see how just useless Cal is in the eyes of like the true apprentice to the Emperor.
But then you also get to see how strong and like how strong how Seer is, because man, she almost squished him, but that's a dark side move, and
Yeah.
who knows, maybe we get to see her turn to the dark. I don't know, alternate ending. But yeah, it's like super cool that they included Vader, because you could also see how he like treats the Inquisitors,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously you see them in Rebels, but like if one of them fails
Spin,
and
spin.
Vader's right there, then bam, just kills her. Super cool, and it just adds to Vader's story and like how strict and dark sided he is, and I don't
Mhm.
know. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I think like especially after episode 3, you hear about how powerful Anakin Skywalker really was, and
The chosen.
in the original trilogy, I love them to death, but I don't feel like what the prequels have put forward, they don't really like
Do
match
it
it in the
justice.
original, because Darth Vader, he's a big one-on-one guy. He's throwing like televisions at Luke. He's throwing like
Yeah.
he's getting his hand cut off. He's but yeah, that Fallen Order scene, that puts into perspective just how powerful Darth Vader really was,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it really matches the whole Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader transition
Yeah.
that
I,
we have seen. Yeah, because like we in episodes 4, 5, and 6, after seeing Luke, he has that conflict in him already again, just like Kylo does in 7, 8, 9. But
yep.
yeah, because of that conflict, we never really see his full like dark side power, which we have in like the extended unit, or I'm sorry, Legends. But yeah, where like Darth Vader is out there killing like giant
Super
behemoths
strong.
and sea monsters and getting religions named after him because he's so strong. Yeah, but I feel like that was a really good display, especially because Fallen Order's canon.
Yeah.
It adds a really specific touch to even something as recent as like Kylo's story. Like if you hear what Darth Vader has done, you would understand why Kylo would want to be as powerful as Darth Vader. And
As his
in episode 7, the whole like
grandfather.
the whole like you'll never be as strong as Darth Vader thing, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. I like how smooth and like how it fit into the whole storyline.
Yeah,
No plot holes.
yeah, it's
They're trying to find all the force
mhm,
sensitive babies and stuff.
yeah,
Younglings, sorry.
yeah. But
And yeah.
yeah, I really enjoyed how it was a Star Wars game, and it's
Mm-hmm.
in like alone. It's like a Rogue One,
Yeah.
basically, where it's like we were introduced to a cast of characters. We were allowed to grow with these characters. We weren't waiting for like established characters, besides like Saw Gerrera, but we kind of knew what Saw Gerrera does.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard he's in Rebels a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, his appearance in Rogue One and whatnot. Yeah, it's cool to see recurring characters like that, but I'm really happy we were able to actually have a game based strictly on original characters. That was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
And the mechanics of that game, really nice. You get to see new moves. Cal Kestis is very like acrobatic and stuff, doing
Mhm.
acrobatic moves, doing flips everywhere, all that stuff. The super cool, would you say takedown, like where he does the animation and stuff? Those are
Yeah, the
pretty cool.
executions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Executions.
yeah.
The parry system, how you have, and like the blaster deflex, all that stuff.
It's
And
Dark Souls Star Wars.
yeah, the cosmetics, the ponchos, the droid to your ship. I love how you can,
Mhm.
in game travel to a planet, and then like you see the whole light speed when you walk in the
Mhm.
cockpit. That's super cool. I like how you can customize your own lightsaber, and not to mention you could change your color. You could add pommels, and some of them are from like, or
Galaxy's
not,
Edge.
yeah, some parts, not just pommels. A lot of parts are from Galaxy's Edge, or
Yeah,
you
I
could
was
see.
able. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was able to recreate my entire protection and defense lightsaber, and I felt that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's
Also, you
good.
know, yeah. Speaking of colors, I really enjoy how they added things that were different. Like we got pink and like
Yeah.
magenta, and we got like a light blue, like in episode 4.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool how like Cal Kestis has to find his own crystal, like in the Clone Wars episode with all the Padawans.
Young. Yeah.
And I don't know, it's super cool because like if you don't see that episode, you don't really know, or
Mhm.
like you don't get that like involvement of like finding it. Like you just either read it like, oh, this character got the crystal by watching it or being patient, whatever. But in the game, you actually like experience it. So like you gotta climb, you gotta find, swim, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. I highly recommend watching the Clone Wars episode. I don't remember what it is specifically, but that's cool because you get to see different types of characters go through different types of things to get their crystals, and that just gives us more insight on how lightsabers work and how they have to build it themselves. And I forgot, is it Gunji or the human kid? But he's just like using the Force trying to build it. That's pretty cool, And then you got,
I think that's like, I believe it's all
yeah,
of them. Like you can't construct it with your hands. You have to like use the Force.
yeah, it's just super super cool. If you love lightsabers, it's a good. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 episodes or 2, something like that. And
Definitely.
going to Galaxy's Edge and being able to not really find your crystal and use the Force to build it, but actually just building a lightsaber, just if you're a Star Wars enthusiast, hits you right there in the feels. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Galaxy's Edge is the thing that brought me to collecting lightsabers. It's that experience, especially if you have a good host.
oh
Like
yeah,
our guy Kent. Shout out to our guy
Kent.
at Disneyland. But yeah, he you can tell he loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's passionate about this and that it shows. Like he would walk up to everyone and he would be like, "Oh, why did you pick a red crystal and your Sith colors?" Oh, and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like, why
Yeah.
did you go with peace and justice or power and control? Yeah, it's
Protection
super
and defense,
cool.
yeah.
We'll do another episode on our whole Galaxy's Edge trip because there's a lot of things to talk about. But yeah, the whole Star Wars community coming together. We could bond over lightsabers or characters, stormtrooper clones, all that stuff, everything, and it's just super cool because we can like whatchamacallit. I need the word. What's the word? We could like bounce ideas off of each other and just bond over just the thing we love and enjoy. If anyone needs help finding a lightsaber or just needs help understanding a certain character, episode, or arc, everyone's there for each other. Super cool. But then you have the gatekeepers. It's a lot of mixed.
I genuinely feel like 99% of the Star Wars community in general they're fine. It's just people gatekeep because they want to feel like they're special. They're like, I know more Star Wars than you.
Yeah, but at this point, those gatekeepers are just like a meme.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
like they're not. Yeah, it honestly doesn't ruin my Star Wars experience when I'm like when someone's all like, you don't know Keeneland Voss or whatever his name is. But yeah, honestly, and to people, when Disney World opens up, if you have like a custom like lightsaber, like an ultra saber or something, you're allowed to bring it into the park.
Yeah.
And so even if you don't want to spend like $220 on a lightsaber there, you can still bring yours in. A lot of people do it. It's like it's like a cool show off piece. It's all like, oh yeah, this is an ultra saber. A lot of people bring their like NeoPixel blades and when they're walking around at night, everyone's all like, how is theirs so bright?
And then like they do meetups. If you go into Galaxy's Edge Discord, which they actually have, they do, or Facebook groups, they do lightsaber meetups, and you just meet up at night at the park, Galaxy's Edge, and you just take a bunch of photos. There's a really cool photo of Rey and a bunch of people with their lightsabers above, and you just get to bond with each other. You get to look at each other's hilts. But not only do they have that for lightsabers, but they also have that for droids. Some people make custom droids, they paint it and they show it off. It's super cool. There was a BB-8 version of the Toy Story ball, and they met in the where like the middle of, so you got Disneyland California Adventures right before you enter that middle area, the picnic kind of thing. They met there. But yeah, it's super cool. There are a bunch of groups, like I said, on Discord and Facebook, and yeah, I mean, we're just bonding over everything we love about Star Wars, and it's super cool. And I like how Disney is okay with us bringing our own lightsabers. Obviously, security has to check it to make sure you're not actually bringing a sword. But yeah, it's like they're not really shutting us in and like
Hmm.
giving us specific things we
Guidelines,
can,
like yeah,
yeah,
like
guidelines.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're open to
Hmm.
everything. And I mean, I'm 100% sure that they opened Galaxy's Edge because of us and, the
Yeah.
fans. And I mean, it's our job to,
Hmm.
make sure it's a good experience and to make sure that people who are new to Star Wars enjoy it and all that
Hmm.
stuff. But more on that, because I
Yeah,
have a lot
yeah,
to say. More on
yeah.
that on another
We'll do
episode.
a Galaxy's Edge episode. But
But
yeah, just it's within quarantine, you just start thinking a lot,
yeah,
and you're like, oh my god, yeah, I've watched Star Wars. I've watched Episode 5 at least like 4 or 5 times in quarantine. We've only been
yeah.
in quarantine what 6 weeks.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to the people delivering these packages,
Hmm.
essential workers. We love you.
Yeah.
Those people working in the front lines, obviously.
Hmm.
Thank you for that as well. But I'm surprised, some lightsaber companies are still shipping these out
Hmm.
because lightsabers are most definitely, getting me to quarantine, watching Star Wars stuff, obviously like the Clone Wars movies and like the new behind the scenes of the Mandalorian stuff. I don't
Hmm.
know. That's my coping mechanism of
Of course, yeah.
quarantine.
I've rewatched Mandalorian everything except Episode 5 at least 3 times
Hmm.
in quarantine.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I love the Mandalorian, dude. I'm so happy it brought. I
dude,
mean,
I
yeah,
love him.
it. I just love it because it has a lot of stuff for people like us who are like hardcore into Star Wars our entire life.
Hmm.
But it brought a whole new audience with like Baby Yoda, Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like why I like Fallen Order. It's a very like it's their own characters, and they
Hmm.
built an original cast. Cara Dune, the
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Bill Burr,
Yeah.
the Twi'lek siblings.
Hmm.
They made cool characters, and it really gives us a perspective into the Mandalorians, which is like besides the Great Mandalorian Purge and what we
Uh
know in
huh.
Clone Wars
Yeah.
and Rebels, we don't know much about the Mandalorians, and that's the coolest part about them. Like I always grew up, I love the Mandalorians like more than anything. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I
I
have a
really love.
soft spot for soft part in my heart
Mhm.
for the blaster side of
Yeah.
Star Wars. Obviously, I fell in love as a kid with the lightsabers and stuff,
Mhm.
but I'm pretty sure as a kid the main thing that got me were the clones. Captain
Mhm.
Rex, ARC Trooper Fives, Echo, Tup, all of them. It's cool seeing their armor, their blasters, Mando with his rifle and his helmet. I don't know. It's super cool. Like, yeah, obviously you got laser swords, lightsabers, right? But
Big
super
flashlight.
cool. The flashlight. But it's also
Perfect.
super cool to see, guns. Like in
Mhm.
Rogue One, I enjoyed that a lot because it was like a futuristic army. You get to see people running, actually running. Different types of blasters that are really cool. I don't know.
Mhm.
I have a soft,
Rogue One.
part for that.
I think yeah. I think the thing about Rogue One. Rogue One felt more. Rogue One put like the wars in Star Wars.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like because honestly, if we look at Star Wars from a story perspective, we're seeing like the top two people fighting or whatever. We
Mhm.
don't see like all the rebels and people were
Yeah.
fighting below them. Like we see the generals fight, we don't see them fight.
Yeah. It gives us more like insight, like that there's more going on and like
Yeah.
there's a
Al-
different battle being fought, you know, below the Death Star, you know what I mean? So that's
Also,
pretty cool.
yeah. Also, I love how in your list of clones that you know got that like you loved growing up, you didn't mention Cody.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't know, dude. Cody, he's cool, but like I don't know. I never liked him. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all can hate me in the comments, but I don't really. I mean, obviously, Captain Rex is. But
Mhm.
my most favorite clone has to be ARC Trooper 5s. I don't know why. Captain Rex, is a lot of people's favorites, but he's not mine. And I don't know. I just found that interesting about me. But yeah.
Cody go. Bzz.
Cody go, no, no. Cody went, fire cannons!
Cody didn't fight it.
Yikes.
Rex fought it. Rex fought it. Cody went. All right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, dude, it's so weird.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, the Clone
I
Wars.
mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
when I first met what do they call Domino Squad,
Mm-hmm.
805's Echo, Rex. Yeah, my favorite was Heavy.
Yo, Heavy's cool too, dude.
Yeah, well, the moment I met them, I went, dude, Heavy's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he dies the same episode.
Yeah. Like Commander Thorn. I love Commander Thorn. Love his helmet. Yeah, and clones are so, unique in their own ways. Their names, their numbers, their types of fighting, their armor. Super, super cool. I just fell in love with that. It's
Yeah.
wow.
And I love how Yoda in the pilot of the Clone Wars it makes them take off their helmets and goes,
Mm-hmm.
"You guys are clones, but inside you are all different people."
Yeah.
And he tells the clones, how much he cares about them. And and then once Order 66 happens, he goes, "Yeet!" And just
Just kills him.
starts offing him.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the cool thing about the Star Wars community. Obviously, you got lightsaber enthusiasts, but then you also got people that love clones, people in the 501st Legion that go around in Stormtrooper armor, Clone Trooper armor.
Yeah. Mandalorian mercs,
Yeah.
too.
They have blasters and everything. It's super, super cool. I just nerd about, everything, all helmets and all that stuff. I don't know. I love it. It's just really unique. And, like, a lot of people are not familiar with, the clones as a hobby. And actually, on May the 4th, I saw online that someone was wearing Stormtrooper armor and had a blaster. But the people called the police and he actually got arrested because I guess they weren't aware of Star Wars Day. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I feel like the clones are underrated. The clone trooping, the trooping, I should just say trooping hobby needs more, exposure out there. But yeah, it's super, super cool.
Yeah, and just speaking of favorite clones, I might as well say it here. My favorite clone is Wolf.
Wolf,
And
love his helmet.
I just like him because he's Plo Koon's guy. I like Plo Koon. Plo Koon's cool. He got a funny face.
Plo Koon
But,
found this girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did find Ahsoka. But my issue talking about Wolf is you know how Wolf, Gregor, and Rex are the three clones together in Rebels.
Yeah, that took out their chips.
They took out their chips. But we don't see Wolf do it. So did Wolf shoot Plo Koon?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Because obviously we saw Ahsoka help Rex. I want to see Wolf and what's his name, Gregor. I want to see their side of things. But Dave Filoni did tweet saying, the love they've gotten for the Clone Wars is like exponential, super good feedback, and if we keep liking it, maybe they'll do more episodes, which I honestly think they will. Dave Filoni loves, doing the art, drawing, everything.
He loves Star Wars.
Yeah. He's directing the Mandalorian stuff, which is pretty cool, alongside other directors as well, which is very, very unique. But it works. And yeah, I'm just super excited to see more from Dave Filoni and the team. Hopefully some voice actors can come back. We'll see. But Rebels, their animation, I don't know what happened.
Oh, you didn't hear?
No. What happened?
Rebels is changing their animations to the Clone Wars style.
Oh, they're changing it back?
For their new season, yeah.
Guess I gotta watch Rebels. I guess I got it. Yeah. And their other show, Resistance.
Yeah, my issue is
Skinny Sabers.
I don't like Ezra's lightsaber.
Which one? The gun one or his green one?
Yeah, he has a staple gun as a lightsaber.
A staple gun. Yeah, I like his I'm pretty sure is it first one, second one? The just the regular hilt one. That one's good. But the staple gun,
yeah.
I mean, it's cool. There's a blaster.
Rebels changing to Clone Wars is pretty cool. But since we're talking about all these characters and we've talked about the Mandalorian, we didn't even mention the Mandalorian is gonna have a lot of Clone Wars characters.
Oh, yes, dude, and Boba Fett. We got Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Captain Rex, Bo-Katan. Yo, dude, I'm excited, but I'm also scared to see.
I feel like Ahsoka. What they're gonna do is they're gonna do like a Mandalore episode of like. I feel like what's gonna happen is, my theory at least, is Mando's gonna go back to the armor, and she's gonna say what happens, and then we're gonna see
a flashback
episode of like the Siege of Mandalore with Ahsoka.
So cool.
Yeah.
See, I'm just scared to see a live action Ahsoka. Obviously, I fell in love with the animated, but it's gonna be interesting. I'm glad they introduced those characters. I really really want to see it, but uh, Josh pointed out while we were texting about it. Uh, I don't want it to, Mandalorian season
Mhm.
2 to be focused too much on the Clone Wars characters, because obviously it's called Mandalorian, and we already have Clone Wars, the animated series that you could watch. So yeah, I mean, having maybe 1 or 2 episodes focus on them, or not really focus on them, but like include them would be
Yeah.
interesting. Probably like the farmer one with the
Mhm.
the mom. That'd be interesting. But yeah,
Cause,
I'm super excited.
cause we were, I don't know if it was Dave, but one of the writers did say they wrote a lot of lightsaber fights for season
Mm-hmm.
two.
Oh
So
yeah, the Darksaber.
obviously, we saw the Darksaber at the end of season one, and Ahsoka.
Yeah, the Darksaber. Oh my god.
Mhm.
We see it in Rebels. Oh my god, this is actually, oh, it's all coming together. And you got the Mandalorians, whoever had it, you know, in order to gain the Darksaber, you gotta kill that owner. Woo, that's gonna be so interesting.
Talking about since obviously this is a lightsaber podcast, we got to talk about it. What are your thoughts on the Darksaber?
Darksaber, I like the design. Um, I would buy, a product of a Darksaber, but a lot of them are either too chunky or clunky. But the animation when you swing it, it's super super cool. Noise gets a little bit annoying, but other than that, uh, I like the design. It's unique. What are your thoughts?
Personally, obviously the Darksaber is the Mandalorian lightsaber. It was the first ever Jedi Council approved Mandalorian wield of the Darksaber. So obviously I have to have some sort of connection to the Darksaber. That being said, I don't like
You don't like it?
I just because it's the blade itself is really cool. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't like how it's a rectangle for a hilt. That's like
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's like a
that's whack.
rectangle.
It's
But yeah,
so whack.
I love the story of the Darksaber,
Oh yeah,
the whole like Sabine, I think, in Rebels.
Sabine. Yep.
With yeah, with the Darksaber. I love her stuff. I love everything they've done with the Darksaber. I just wish the hilt looked cooler.
Yeah. Uh.
Because you compare the hilt to, let's say, who's fought with the Darksaber, Darth Maul, right?
Yeah.
If you look at Darth Maul's maulers are iconic. We have the that flat emitter. We have, and then like the four red buttons going down, and then even his Inquisitor lightsaber from Rebels.
Yeah.
It's
That
cool.
spiky
Yeah,
thing.
with the spike. Yeah, those are amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
you look at the Darksaber, and I feel like it's just underwhelming. Like I'm hoping. I mean, obviously, I don't hope they like completely redo the Darksaber because it's iconic at this point. It's been like
Yeah.
15 years of that thing, and it's a beautiful lightsaber. But I just wish the hilt had more design.
Yeah.
Something like I wish like it had a tradition of like changing it up a little bit when you got it to fit your personality or
Yeah.
something.
That'd be
Like
cool.
how kyber crystals change. Yeah.
Yeah. It rubs off on products
Mhm.
because people obviously, people love, consumers love the black dark saber, sorry.
Mhm.
And obviously companies want to make money, so they make the dark saber. But once you actually, watch reviews, look at pictures, or you actually buy one, you
Mhm.
could tell it's like a holding a calculator, it's so rectangular and all that. But it's, I don't know, it really depends. Obviously a round hilt feels much better in the hand, and
Mhm.
a more rectangular one is less uncomfortable because you got four like edges that you have to grip onto, and it's kind of whack. And like I said, it's like holding a phone or a calculator. It's super wide,
Mhm.
skinny. But yeah, I mean, like, how are you gonna hold it? Like this? Yeah, it's okay. I like the blade design. How it's
Oh
like
yeah.
all like there's etchings on it and all that.
Anyway, yeah, I definitely love the etchings on that dark saber.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing. It,
Mhm.
it's it's extremely unique. The Mandalorian lightsaber. It's definitely lives up to its name. It's
Yeah.
just, dude, I don't want to hold a TI-83 plus when I'm when I'm holding a lightsaber.
Exactly. It's so weird. But yeah, I mean, the blade when you swing that, ooh,
Mhm.
looks so good. Um, what else was there? Oh, the sound of it. Ooh, it's really like you could tell what's coming. Like obviously, at the end. Oh, spoilers! At the end of Mandalorian, you hear it and you kind of see the little tip of just Moff, right? It's his name.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he just cuts the Tie Fighter. Boom! Just super cool. I was like nerding out when I saw it. But yeah. And I love the story of how you have to kill the person who had it in order to gain it, and it's cool because it's it's specific to the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
Lightsabers are for the Jedi and the dark side or Sith lords and whatever. But then you got the Mandalorians and not just guns, but now they have a saber that's unique to them, and that's pretty cool.
It has a place in this in the Star Wars universe, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. It's like it's not like the Bendu where it's like the true neutral place.
The
It's its own thing,
Bendu.
because the Mandalorian, they're not Jedi, they're not Sith, they're just
Mandalorians.
guys that make sure orphans don't die.
Guys that hide in sewers
Yeah.
that don't take off their helmet. Wait, okay. You know the episode of Mandal? Okay, I'm gonna just move us a little bit off topic, but you know the episode where the big heavy Mandalorian is about to punch Mandalorian when the armor
Oh,
is
when he works for the Empire, yeah.
yeah, when the armor is building or like
hmm
yeah,
When he gets the payment for
mhm.
delivering Baby Yoda.
You know
Oh,
that,
I'm sorry,
right?
the child.
So like obviously the heavy Mandalorian and the regular Mandalorian are about to fight, right? Or like
hmm
they're fighting and then the what's her name? The armor just says stop and then asks, "Have you guys ever taken off your helmet?" Right? You know that episode?
Yeah,
Was that after the farming episode or was that before?
that's before. I think that's episode 2.
Oh, okay. Cuz
Because
I
yeah,
was going to be
because he
confused.
yeah, because when she does the whole, have you ever taken your helmet
Yeah,
off
he says
for another
no.
person, that they both go no, yeah,
Yeah.
because that episode happens, or the plot point for that was that Heavy, he didn't like how the Mando worked for the Empire, the people who did the Great Mandalorian Purge.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, cuz at first I was confused cuz obviously he takes it off when he's trying to eat.
yeah,
And yeah, but it's super weird cuz obviously dude there's kids right in front of him. But yeah,
yeah. They
that's
look up he's
cool.
done for.
It's cool how like they have their own religion, and it shows us more into the Star Wars universe. Like Mandalorians can't take off their helmets. Jedi's can't have was it attachments to people, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah,
gonna see, yeah,
the commitment is a big thing
yeah,
in Star Wars. Yeah,
and like,
it's like kill
alright,
your master,
yeah.
to become the
So,
master Sith.
mm-hmm,
You have to rid yourself of all human emotions, basically.
yeah,
Yeah, but I've always liked that dichotomy between the Jedi and the Sith. The Sith are about using your emotions
mm-hmm,
to help you in battle, and the Jedi are about losing your emotions and
yeah,
staying calm throughout it. I've always thought that was cool.
yeah. That's why the Sith have the scream. Ah,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. At first, people were talking because obviously lightsaber show, so people were talking about how in the sequels, um, a lot of there was like a lot of yelling, and then you look back to like episode 1, and you see Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. It's quiet, they're just focusing, and it's back to the sequels. You got all that. It's like super weird to see, the different types of battling and stuff. And then obviously people or some fans when Lucasfilms was bought by Disney, how people are saying that Disney ruined lightsabers.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know, sometimes or like I'm pretty sure in the sequels not that many limbs get cut off.
Mhm.
Obviously you get like Finn getting hit in the back on episode 1,
7.
right? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh sorry, episode 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
episode 7. Obviously he doesn't die, he just gets a scratch. Like super weird, but obviously they had to make some changes. So
But yeah, on this topic of lightsaber dueling, I'm on TikTok a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of the comments in there are people complaining that the sequel fights aren't as good as the prequel fights, and the original fights suck.
mm-hmm,
That's how they look at it. But what they need to understand is, like, how it's working. It's in the originals, right? I always saw it as, this looks like a legitimate sword fight. This looks like two people actually trying to kill each other with two swords, which is what
Mm-hmm.
they were going for, right? And then in the prequels, they loosened it up. They wanted to make it more theatric, so they added like all these spins. Everything's moving super fast.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep up with them, and that obviously makes it look it looks more fake. It's like professional wrestling. Like two people in a real wrestling match aren't gonna look like John Cena and the
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like
And like,
it's
yeah,
it,
go ahead.
yeah, the prequels, it's a little dance number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why we love it.
Yeah. And like a lot of people, like to talk about the prequels and how Obi and Annie obviously fighting on Mustafar. They're, spinning and spinning, and then they talk about Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. The way I see that is it's slow because they're older. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Darth Vader is, obviously badass, but like, they're older. They're, I would say,
Mhm.
much slower, but like, they know each other already. You
Yeah,
know, Obi-Wan's obviously old, or should I say Uncle Ben. He has his beard and everything. That's the way I see it. Because,
yeah,
obviously in the
definitely.
prequels, they're young. They could do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Sequels, same thing. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I
and
see it.
in the sequels, I always saw them as trying to return to that whole like trying to look like a real fight because
Mm-hmm.
obviously you have Kylo and he's fighting with what he thinks is his anger. So you have his heavy swings. He's leaning into everything. He's trying to like, if they were two swords, he's trying to like break the other guy's
Mm-hmm.
stuff down, and that shows in who he is. He's trying to break down Rey as a person, and you see Rey. She's untrained. She's untrained as hell, so she obviously doesn't know what she's swinging. So she's just like, huh, huh. It's really trying to like, she's she's trying to base her knowledge of combat on what he's doing. So
Yeah.
that's how I always saw them always going for those heavy swings. Because it looks like what is it when The Rock fights Vin Diesel in Fast and
Oh
Furious 5
God.
or whatever, where it's like there's no like it's not like if that was the prequels, they'd be like boxing or jabbing, and it'd be real slow in the originals because they'd be like actual boxing, but like in Fast Five, The Rock is like hitting him with like a sledgehammer or something, and he's like shrugging it off and like swinging right back. I always saw it as that. It's like just a more like Hollywood type of fighting now.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's Star Wars, so you gotta put your own twist to it.
Hmm.
You see real like sword fights, sword play. You got people. They have to be square. A lot of like fencing. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And it's a lot of like slow at first, but
Hmm.
then if you want to go for a strike, you gotta go fast. But you
Hmm.
can't really have that in Hollywood because
Hmm. It won't look good.
it won't really look good, and it might lose the attention of
Hmm.
the viewers. And obviously, you want to have something unique. And George was good. Able to find a way to like put his own twist to it and make it look super cool and make it
Yeah,
functional.
like even with Christopher Lee Count Dooku,
Mm,
he was an
Count
expert
Dooku.
fencer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so he had fencing strikes. He had the whole like
Yeah,
squaring your opponent's situation, but it's Hollywood. You got to add the spins.
yeah.
So he had like his whole like flourishes and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that, yeah, it just shows like, you know, this is supposed to be over the top. These guys are fighting
Yeah,
with flashlights.
the different forms. You got how
Yeah.
many? Seven, eight,
7.
7 forms. Yeah,
Yeah.
all unique, different
Hmm.
styles based on whether you're
Cuz yeah.
want to jump really high, or you want to
Mhm.
use your emotions, or
Yeah.
you just want to focus. Yeah.
Cuz a big point of lightsaber duels is you can see the personality of a
Mm-hmm.
person in how they're swinging their lightsaber. Like Kit Fisto in the Clone Wars. He's very wide. He has very wide swings. It's very like wide and calm because Kit Fisto's a calm guy. You have Yoda's acrobatic jumps because he
He's
understands.
small.
He's a small guy, so he the way he has made his form, he makes it so that he has to overwhelm the opponent the same way that he's he's super wise, so no one has ever questioned his judgment
Mm-hmm.
because he's Master Yoda. Yeah, and then we have Ahsoka, who is adapting Yoda's lightsaber combat style, and you can see that because she is she's
She's
very active,
jumping,
she's very energetic, she's like
acrobatic.
yeah, she's like Anakin. Like, yeah, she's like Anakin if Anakin,
Can jump.
you know, was
Can flip.
was doing flips all the time. Yeah, like
Yeah.
her and Anakin styles,
Mm-hmm.
they're very. I mean, they're very similar people because they obviously grew up together. He raised her basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and he's yeah.
yeah, Ahsoka implements two sabers.
Mhm.
Not like Darth Maul with a double, but two. One main hand, one shoto. So obviously she's got to work with that. And like, what's interesting is that at first Ahsoka started off with one saber, but then Anakin gifted her shoto saber because he saw that maybe this could work for how she is, and that's pretty
Oh yeah,
cool. Like I want to see more of that, like
yeah,
or like learn more about how people can read,
yeah,
each other. Cause like,
yeah,
how did Anakin see that? Like
yeah.
he's
Oh, and
really,
I actually do
yeah.
know a bit about that. It's because or at least I read on Wikipedia that Anakin gives her because Ahsoka practices Form 4, which
Mm-hmm.
is Yoda's form, acrobatic flipping, and he noticed that that form doesn't block blaster bolts because Yoda's not usually fighting droids
Yeah.
when he was first learning, so he didn't have a form that blocked blaster bolts, and and Anakin noticed that, so he sees that, and he gives Ahsoka a Shoto Saber, and this Shoto Saber, he wants her to strictly block blaster bolts with it because
Yeah.
they're in a clone war.
That's
They're in the
cool.
Clone Wars. Yeah,
Yeah.
so she has to adapt Form 4 to it has its own name. But yeah, which is Form 4 with the Shoto lightsaber.
That's
So yeah,
cool.
it's a form that's developed for the Clone Wars
Mm-hmm.
because obviously you're in the middle of warfare.
Clankers.
Yeah, you're a general.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I mean not just clankers, clones too.
Yeah.
Last episode, but yeah, that's
So
pretty cool.
oh god, we have been going for an hour.
Yep.
All right, should we wrap up?
Uh, yeah.
Or do you have any more
If you want,
thoughts?
I was gonna talk about a little bit about the ending, of the Clone Wars episode, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so like obviously, you got the ending of Clone Wars. Thank you, Clone Wars. Season 7, episode 12. Really good episode. My only like nitpick about that was Ahsoka living longer than what we see the other Jedi. But I, did more thinking, and
She's a
obviously
Jedi.
obviously it's in a movie. So obviously I have to cut it out. And it's also said in the book, when Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, all the other people, they go to fight Chancellor Palpatine, they actually die in more like
Gruesome.
gruesome ways. So I kind of want to see more of that. But yeah, at first I was like, wow, is Ahsoka stronger? That doesn't make sense. But then I did my thinking, and it was like, oh, they had to cut it because it's a movie. But yeah. Anything on that?
On the last episode of the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
yeah, I think what you said is perfect. I obviously because the show's been based around Ahsoka and Rex. I'm not, yeah. So obviously that we see their ending, and we
Uh huh.
see, yeah. So and her, like yeah, her outliving like Plo Koon, Kit Fisto just gets his head rocked. Yeah, but seeing the council die, like really easily
Mm-hmm.
compared to seeing Ahsoka just kind of slapping stuff. I mean, I kind of get it because we had that whole Fives arc. We kind of Rex knows what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with Rex knowing what's happening, him being able to fight back, but like it's just kind of weird because like obviously Revenge of the Sith happened first in how they shot it. Like the Clone Wars wasn't thought of too much, but seeing stuff like yeah, so when you see stuff like Cody and yeah, like people like Cody, like we yeah we 2008 yeah we see Cody besides in the Revenge of the Sith, and we past 12 years we're watching Cody and Obi-Wan bond, and then we just see okay just to see Rex fight back against Order 66. Tears in his eyes, trying to tell Ahsoka the last message. Go C5s, go C5s, go C5s, just for him to just for Cody to just go nah, laser cannon, go burp.
See, I also think Captain Rex was able to do that because he was under Anakin. You know what I mean? Because Anakin always like is rebellious and all that stuff, and obviously the Ponkrell episode, the final, like the whole 501st is kind of used to Anakin, misbehaving and not really following.
The 501st immediately follows him into the Jedi Temple,
and like Rex trying to persuade Echo. Like she's not a Jedi anymore, you know what I mean? And he doesn't shoot, right? Unlike Cody, fire. He's like
Jesse.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry, not Jesse.
No, but talking about Echo, I really thought the Bad Batch were gonna help Rex.
I wanted to see the Bad Batch.
Like I thought that's why we were introduced to them. I thought they were gonna be like a big, because I assumed because they were a special unit, they wouldn't have inhibitor chips because. I don't know, maybe they might have acted wrong against using those inhibitor chips or something like. So I assume they didn't have it. Yeah. And then, we don't hear about them again, which kind of sucks because I like the Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch is cool. And Echo gets a new suit. It's a cool suit or armor. But yeah, one quick question. If you want to end it off here. Do you think if 99 lived, do you think he would have committed Order 66? Let me know down in the comments. Wait, I'm actually gonna post that on TikTok. What are your thoughts?
What do you think?
I honestly think he would have. Would have done it.
I don't. 99 would have been like, all right.
I feel like he would have done it. But I
genuinely do think 99 would have committed Order 66.
99
He was such a good boy.
But yeah. He's just gonna go run with the backpack towards the Jedi. And, he's gonna live either way because the Jedi can't shoot him.
I didn't expect that.
Right? 99? No one talks. Dude, I posted that on TikTok. But, dude, it would have been really cool to see the Bad Batch.
I thought they were gonna come through, yeah. But the whole, Ahsoka leaving her Shoto lightsaber that Anakin gave her, showing that she's leaving behind.
I made a mistake.
Anakin Skywalker.
It wasn't her Shoto.
Oh, wasn't her Shoto?
Yeah, I thought it was her Shoto. It's her main one.
Oh, that means she kept, the thought of Anakin Skywalker.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, 99 would have committed Order 66.
99 would have committed Order 66.
That is the title of the podcast. I'm just kidding.
No, thinking about it, I genuinely believe it. I think 99 would have done it.
Yeah, dude.
I think 99 would have done it and felt good about it. He would have been like,
he would have been
soldier.
Oh my gosh. Yo, the thought of it. He's just in the back. Nah, yeah, is that it? Is that all we got for this episode?
We're running an hour. It's about half past midnight during time of recording.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. We have more episodes to come, and I have other videos, unboxings, stuff like that. So if you're too lazy to watch these podcasts, then there are short videos, but it'll help us if you guys watch. And if you made it, thank you so much. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notified of when we upload. Follow our TikToks. We have our individual TikToks, right? And then we have our combined TikTok. And what did you say? I was talking over you. Sorry.
Tune in next episode. We're going to be talking about Galaxy's Edge and Mace Windu's lightsaber.
Yes. Oh, Mace Windu. I love him. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Just remember, 99 would have done it.
99 would have done it, dude. I love that.